So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. We're going to be talking about pay scales coming to Illinois. It's an interesting development, kind of exciting, maybe. Let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. This article is from Better Thinking. They're an employment law firm. Check them out in the link down below. They're looking to require in Illinois the disclosure of pay scale and benefits in job postings. Now, I think that this is the first time I've seen benefits in a job posting. I could be wrong on that. Pay scales are pretty common in many states and municipalities as a requirement. It's a silly requirement, but still, it's a requirement. And it's one of those that is interesting. The benefits. The problem is that you can be very misleading with the benefits unless they're going to do the entire healthcare plan until the supplemental plan document. I would feel really uncomfortable trying to advertise in Illinois because there are so many legal nuances surrounding benefits. There's so many requirements with what you can say and what you can't say, and you don't want to promise the wrong thing. And so, for instance, for example, if someone says 100% match for their 401k, well, it might be a little bit misleading because it might be 100% match, for if they vest over 5 years, for example. And that's a huge difference, especially in this day and age with the job hopping and so forth. So it's a little odd, but let's get right into it. The House Bill 3129 is an amendment to the Equal Pay Act, and it requires them to post jobs with the pay scale and benefits for jobs that are physically performed in whole or physically performed outside of Illinois. This bill applies to employers with 15 employees or more, and it may take effect January 1st. That's sort of typical. 15 employees or more, I always get a little nervous about because that is a special, there's no point, right? If this is important to protect people's rights, let's do it across the board, of course. But with respect to pay scale, they defined it broadly. It included stock options, bonuses, other incentives, as well as your basic wage and scale range. In addition, you have a hyperlink to a job with an outline of the pay scale and benefits for the position. So I mean that's a little insane, right? Not everyone has a web link. Not everyone is posting online. I don't know what you're supposed to do if you post, internally or like a help wanted ad right in the paper. I know that's old school, but it still exists out there, and you don't want to discriminate against them. In addition, they have to do a general benefits description in an easily accessible and central and public location on the employer's website. That's crazy. General benefits descriptions, benefits aren't meant to be general, right? There's a big difference in, you can go to some doctors, you can go to all. Very frustrating. I understand the general direction that Illinois is trying to take here. However, when you do stuff like this, it wraps up small businesses into things that they can't really control. And in addition, exposes them to legal drama that isn't necessary, right? Just put, if you want to do this, let's do the summary plan description. I mean, that would be a little bit insane, but that's about where we're at. And so requiring them to access it on a website is, and in addition, opens up competitors to poaching people and things of that nature. I understand the idea. I think it's a little frustrating. Employers obviously can't circumvent by using a third party, of course. In addition, they have to, and this one is okay. I don't like it either, though. The bill requires employers to announce, post, or otherwise make known to current employees all promotion opportunities within 14 days of externally posting the position. Well, I think that a lot of times employers, post it to satisfy internal requirements, but ultimately they aren't going to hire anyone externally. And many promotion opportunities are internal promotions. So I think that in addition, announcing and posting is so vague that it's going to be frustrating. It really is, and you're not going to get any value out of it, right? This doesn't affect equal pay. It really doesn't, because businesses will still do what they will do, but they will be tangled up in all sorts of unnecessary legal drama to suffice requirements that don't, impact the end result, right? And that's where the rubber meets the road. if it hasn't been made available, they need to do the employer must disclose the pay scale and benefits prior to any offer or discussion of compensation. This seems to often follow. There seems to be a lot of discussion. Well, this will solve the equal pay problem. Obviously it's crazy. No, it won't. It won't. There is no documentation to suggest that it'll solve the equal pay problem. Ultimately, it will just tangle up the businesses and more regulation. And frankly, there will be a good reason to not post in Illinois. The idea is that this is part of an ongoing effort. They've been trying to do this. In 2019, they said, "Oh, you can't ask wage or salary history as a condition of employment," and then confirmed diversity reports filed with the state, and that is. I want to see the numbers. So let's look, Illinois. How has equal pay been improved since 2019? What's the movement to justify this? We theoretically require data-driven decision making. We saw that during the pandemic, that allegedly these states were making data-driven decisions with respect to mandates. Let's see it here. What is the statistics? Because I don't believe that the statistics support this in a meaningful manner. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.